is a way of speaking about the world, of speaking about what concerns us. We do art because we need to communicate with the world, and through art we do.
I'm Joana Vasconcelos, and I'm Portuguese. I have a studio in Lisbon, and I work all over the world. I've been developing a work that is mainly sculpture and based on the domestic environment. As a woman, I have a different perspective over the tradition. I like this relationship of the structure, the architectural structure, a house or a building or whatever, and the more domestic and more feminine work, which normally is contained in a very small space, or it's contained on the body, like, you know, the sweaters and the things that we wear. These are very short, very small dimensions. So I bring to this textile work and to this domestic kind of scale or environment, I bring a new scale and a new dimension, which is a very soft material that takes over the strongest and, you know, the construction materials. I was part of the show in the Arsenale, and I had The Bride, which was the first piece you could see at that show. And it's a large chandelier, and it was made of 24,000 tampons. At first, when you look at it, you say, oh, it's such a beautiful chandelier. And then, when you get closer, you understand what it's made of. So suddenly your perspective of it changes. Versailles was exactly the ultimate house, as you said. It's a very specific house that marks a lot the European history and the world history. And it's a very specific environment. And I wanted to integrate my work in this environment. I wanted to create an ambience where you put in perspective how Versailles can exist in the future. For me, it was very important to do the room of Marия-Антуанетта, which is a very strong point and a very strong space. It has her bed, and I wanted to do also a different part of the palace, which is not so visited. And I did the Galerie des Batailles, which is a huge space with big paintings where they talk about all the big battles of the French all over the centuries. It was quite an adventure, but mainly to put pieces in such a place, you can put whatever, but to integrate it's quite difficult because you need to analyze, to understand the history and to know what people think about it, different perspectives. To do that, to say, okay, Versailles is here forever, but how can you bring Versailles into the future? I combine the past and the future. To move into the future, you need to understand your past. Without tradition, without past, without family, without culture, the future would never exist.